Ready. Okay, we're talking about the 10 types of stinkin' thinking by David Burns. The first one is all or nothing thinking. All or nothing. You have the pizza on Tuesday, you say, I blew it. What the hell? Heck, bring on the cake, bring on the bruise. I mean, how many times have we done that? I blew it. I blew it, I blew it, I blew it. Everything is black or white. Everything is all or nothing, and there's no shades of gray. I lived probably 57 and a half years of my life in all or nothing, black or white. You know, and you use those global statements, especially when you're arguing with someone. You never, you always, or how come you don't, why don't you, instead of coming from I statements, or like, I'm a little bit unhappy over this situation. Everything is black and white, all or nothing. Where's the shades of gray? The shades of gray are, you know what, I really shouldn't have had 5 pieces of pizza. I did. I got to go forward. Maybe I'll learn from this. What's the lesson here? And I'm going to talk more about all or nothing thinking in a little bit, in a few minutes. But this overgeneralizing is number 2. Always, never. I always gain the weight back. Always. Well, you know what? I have. Every single time in my life, I have gained the weight back. Every time. So why did I even start the Pray It Off program? Why did I even start the group? Because I always gained it back before. I started it because maybe this time I won't. No, I'm changing that. I started it because this time I won't. It's been 3.5 years. I have not gained back the weight. This time I won't. If you start by saying, this program isn't going to work. This program is a combination of eating less, moving more, and asking God to help us with no gun to our head. So you stay the same for 6 months. What were you going to do if you didn't come here? That's what I always say to people. Okay, you stayed the same. What would you? I'll tell you what. You probably would have gained weight. You know, because that's what we do. And let me tell you something. Those of you who are having a hard time losing weight, I bet you're not having a hard time gaining weight. Because I don't have a hard time with that at all. I can gain weight like this. My body's like, oh, I don't want to lose weight, Ellen. No, no, no. Oh, you want to have a couple of beers? Boom, 20 pounds. No, I'm exaggerating, but you can gain weight easy. Now let's talk about the mental filter. Now this is interesting, where you clean your whole living room and you hit the vacuum cleaner on your coffee table and there's a little nick. And you look at your living room and it's gorgeous. But all your eye looks at is that little nick in the coffee table. It's like everything's beautiful, nick. Do we do that with ourselves? Do we say, you know, oh, you know, I got a nice husband, I got a nice house, my kids are great, no one's going to chemotherapy. Why can't I lose that 30 pounds? Why? How about if we go, you know what, this is one area of my life that I still have to work on, but this is all good. I have a lot of good in my life. Why do we think we have to narrow in all the time on that little nick in the coffee table? And we discount the positive. There's someone at work, and she has worked very hard to lose weight, and she goes to the gym. She looks fabulous, fabulous. So I was standing next to her, and someone said, oh, my goodness, you look fabulous. She goes, oh, no, I know, geez, you know, I got skin hair, and oh, I should have done it when I was younger. I got too much skin hair. So the other person goes, walked away. And I went up to her and go, listen, I'm going to train you. All right, here's what you do. Someone says to you, you look fabulous. Here's what you say. You ready? Thank you. You don't say any of that stuff. I got skin here, I got wrinkles here, I got this here. You say, thank you. And she goes, I don't think I can. I go, oh yeah, you can. Let's practice. I walked away. I'm like, oh my gosh, you look fabulous. She goes, oh, thank you. I go, that wasn't so hard, was it? Thank you. You discount yourself, and it reminds me, one of my favorite movies of all time was It's a Wonderful Life. And when Violet's walking down the street looking fine, somebody goes, oh, you look so nice, Violet. She goes, this old thing, I only wear it when I don't care how I look. Now, that's a certain kind of discount where, are you discounting it because you want the people to even compliment you more and more and more? Or are you discounting it because, sometimes you do that, like someone goes, oh, that was the best dinner I ever had. Really? I didn't think it was that good. Oh no, this was good and this was good. Are you milking those compliments by that? Or do you really not have the feeling that you are positive? Jumping to conclusions. Sometimes jumping to conclusions the only exercise we get. We're like, whoa, I'm jumping there, I'm jumping there. You know, someone walks by and they go, hey, how you doing? Are they mad at me? And then you create this whole drama. You know, maybe they have some issues that doesn't have anything to do about you. Maybe the whole world doesn't revolve around you. You know, and I say that to myself. I'm looking in the mirror when I'm saying that. Magnification. Again, I am the queen of magnification, you know. When you say, it's all ruined. How many times have people, family get-togethers and you go, now Christmas is ruined, you know, because someone like threw something across the room or said you were fat or whatever, you know. I remember one Easter, my brother-in-law never watches the blog, and I thought my dress looked great, and he goes, what do you got that on for? That looks ridiculous. About my dress. And then, of course, I started crying, and my sister started yelling at him. Magnification. Easter was ruined! But, you know, that's what you do. You know, now if he said my dress looked like crap, I would say, really? Because I really like it. I can say that now. If I like it, that's all that matters. And that took me a long time to get there. Emotional reasoning. You say, I feel terrified about going on airplanes, so it must be dangerous to fly. Safest transportation out there. Or I feel so guilty when I say no, so I must be a bad person. Now, I feel no guilt at all about not going to the open house, but there are many people who would really try to make me feel guilty. I'm sure they would. Ooh, you're not going? Guilt, guilt, guilt. No, they can't do that to me. All right, and here's the should statements. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. We talked about that last week. We have to eliminate saying, you know, back in 1978, I shoulda gone for my master's degree. Well, I didn't. So what can I do about that in 2011? Nothing. I could go now, and maybe I will, but not today. Also, labeling. Labeling. Oh, do we do that to ourselves? Oh, I'm just a loudmouth. Oh, I'm just a this, or I'm just a that, or I'm a Budinsky, or I'm... We have these almost like cookie cutter, like no one would say, Ellen, she's so calm. Why can't I create myself into being calm if I want to? I mean, there are times since I started praying off where my sister would be like, are you taking Zen meditation now, or what, you know? Are you meditating because you're so calm? And I go, well, you know, I'm trying to see the bigger picture. The bigger picture, and see, I know how it ends. I'm trying to make my way to that ending. Don't label yourself. And I see people, oh man, I stink at this. I'm never going to succeed. I'm a failure. Don't label yourself because you become what you label. How about this? I am so proud of myself because every Thursday, no matter what happens, I haul my hiney to pray it off. Yes, I'm proud of myself. Personalization and blame too. One of the things is, there's two kinds of people in the world, where everything is their fault, and here's the other person. Everything's everybody else's fault. Now, I kind of am, everything's my fault. You know, if I voted for George Bush and there's war in Iraq, it's my fault. I tend to go low, but I tried to find personal blame for the hikers getting caught over in Iran, and I must be getting better because I didn't do anything to get them caught, so I'm getting better. But when we also are these other people, like I overate, but my husband, he makes me cook them these big meals. And I overate, but my kids, they came over and I had to have pizza. Or I overate, well, my grandchildren are there and there had to be cookies. Which one are you? Are you everybody else's fault? Or are you, well, you know, maybe I should just learn to say no. Stop it there, Bobby. Okay, and now